Hey, this is Pyrex, and today I'm gonna be showing you. Actually, this will be a series of tutorials in which I will show you how to do a proper mix down. Everything on here will be from stock FL Studio. It's not a 7-day song type of deal, just like telling you how shit goes down in my studio. So, yeah, FL Studio for the win, and let's just drag out the basic kick, the basic snare, the basic clap, club hat, and a basic hat. So, let's make a simple pattern. So this doesn't sound like much, but it will. Yeah, let me turn up my monitors a bit. So, first of all, assign these to a separate mixer track. So let's work on the kick. Okay. What does this kick need? It needs a bit more mids. Let's turn down the highs a bit and cut the lows, just so we have headroom for the bass, the sub bass. And now you're asking, oh, but it doesn't have that deep tone. Well, it's not supposed to. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't supposed to have deep tones. A kick should be like in your face, you know? It's not supposed to be a snare. While a snare is a kick is something that just punches you in the face. If the snare is a long and hard slap, this is like a kick to the balls. It's fast and gets the job done, you know? So, yeah, now we need a bit of compressing. Set the threshold to minus 14 decibels and the ratio like 4.3 to 1. Release should be slow. Actually, fast. I don't know, like 91 milliseconds. Yeah, that's pretty fast. And the gain to like plus 5 decibels. What I actually do now is add a sound goodizer. It's a pretty neat plugin because it's got Maximus and it's like all-in compression, limiting and shit. It's really good. See? You can't deny that it's a good plugin. So yeah, let's just reroute the snare and the clap into a separate mixer insert. Rename the snare and yeah, that's what we need. And add a parametric EQ, and let's EQ this. Again, cut everything below the hit point. Hit point is basically where it just it resonates, like the lower frequencies resonate, and yeah. EQ the mids a bit out. add a compressor just to get that punchy feel. Yeah, that's pretty good. Basically, I use the parametric EQ as a volume thingy. That sounds pretty good, if you ask me. Sounds kind of pro. Yeah, next it's the hats. So that's the club hat. That's the open hat. That's the closed hat. Let's deal with the open hat first. Grab a parametric EQ and EQ some of the highs in. EQ the low frequencies out. Like everything below 200 hertz is out. Next, again, sound goodizer makes everything like stand out, you know. And add it to every offbeat. And this one just set it to like every second step, so it goes like, you know. And let's deal with the open one, I mean closed one. Again, this is nothing like it should sound because it doesn't have reverb. So again, reroute it to a separate mixer channel and rename it to hi-hats, and call it, add a reverb 2, lower the wetness to about, I don't know, like 15%, 3 seconds decay, and no bass. Again, reverb on the snare, this time a lot of wetness, a lot of decay, a bit of bass. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now on to actually making a wobble. So yeah, this is not good because this should be a series, but it's not a series. So yeah, let's just make a wobble. Massive. First one, add like polysaw. Second one, modern talking. I'm just kidding. Scrapyard. Third one, wicked. So let's see how this sounds. Yeah, not that good. Let's change that. Okay, so that's just the poly saw. Yeah. So add it to band plus intensity at about 11 o'clock, and now it's got that robotic feel. What I'm actually gonna do is add the 8th LFO and actually turn it into a performer. Set the amp modulation or whatever to the topmost position. Deselect restart and choose sync it to 1/8, and no, actually, yeah, 1/4, and actually load a curve. First one should be sine, second one double doozies, like yeah, these. So now it's got yeah, that kind of feel. Yeah. So no, it should be like this. Actually, yeah, it should be like it should. Next, scrapyard. Let's tend to that. Scrapyard is just really awesome because you have all these wavetables, and it's like really versatile. You can set it from like here to here and have a different sound from here to here, you know. And yeah, so let's actually choose the point where it's got that awesome feel, you know. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's add some distortion. More distortion. Sounds like it's talking, doesn't it? That's because I just modulated the boost on the frequency. And if we add a scream filter with a bit of resonance and the scream, we get a yo yo yo, proving that you don't need modern talking to make a yoy sound. So next we need to bump up the stereo wideness, so choose monophone, unison to 2, and pan position to full. And now we have like a full stereo effect, which is pretty cool. So now let's actually make a good wobble. Yo 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 yo. No 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 no. Yeah, so now we have this. We actually need to get a peak controller into the kick so we can actually sidechain the bass to it. So yeah, you just click this mute off. If at first you don't hear sound, like no kick, that's because you need to turn this mute off. Now let's add a fruity vocoder. Where the fuck is that fruit? Yeah. See? Quite good, doesn't it? Let's add a sub bass. That's a pretty decent sub bass. Now we need some distortion on the massive channel, and yeah, a bit of camel fat. So let's sidechain massive, add a compressor, DAC release 0, actually release should be about 300 milliseconds. Right click, link to controller, and choose peak controller kick basic peak. And in input type 1.5 minus input. That will like raise the bar, you know, like whoop whoop. And yeah, now you're gonna get. Actually get an isotope ozone mastering suite in there, and just raise up the maximizer. And set it so only the kicks and cymbals are peaking, like the wobble shouldn't peak at all. Yeah, and basically that's it about dubstep production. Yeah, see ya.